Okay. All right. Hi, Blessing. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Can we hear me? If you can hear me, you can just use the reaction button just to be sure that network is good. Okay. Hi, Emmanuel. I see you. Harmony. What's up? Josh. Great. Somto. Promise. Alpha. Hey, cool, 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 cool. All right. Hey guys, good evening. Welcome to our onboarding session here. And of course, you know where you are, right? You're currently in the onboarding session of our study group, right? My name is Timothy, and Blessing is my assistant. We're both here to help walk us through what this study group is about and help us to better understand what we're about to get into. Okay. So let's talk about what tonight is going to look like. Our Blessing was about to talk about introducing us, but a number of us seem to be quiet. Well, this is your first day, so relax, don't worry. While you get into the program, you will naturally find yourself talking. Okay, you will find yourself naturally talking on your own because of all the things we're going to be doing together. And as well, when we start facing some challenges, it will be easy for us like talk. But first, we need to get to know ourselves, right? I mean, if you're going to get on a journey with someone for the next, or you're going to be living with someone for the next 2 to 3 months, I think it's great to get to know the people in the room. It's great to know the people that you definitely will be having conversation with. So tonight, this is our agenda. We're going to start first by getting to know ourselves, and then we're going to get to know our coach because this program is going to be guided and coordinated by myself, Timothy, and as well, we are also going to talk about the study group to help us understand what the study group is about, its modality, what you should expect. All right. And then we're going to take some question and answer to hear from us what our personal experiences are and whatever ideas that we have or whatever our opinion is regarding to all the things we would have heard by the end of tonight. All right. So quick one, just to be sure our network is great. If you can hear me, use the reaction button, or you could unmute your mic and say, yes, I can hear you, just to be sure we're good. Yeah, you cannot trust network, right? I mean, most times, I think it was today, I was supposed to have a session by 5 o'clock. And while I was on that session, network just showed up. And network always reminds us who's in charge of the call. I don't know if anybody has noticed that. Like, you're not in charge of your call. It's actually network that is in charge because the network should just trip off. Let's not even go there. It's actually crazy. But then let me let me walk you through what tonight is going to look like. All right, we're going to be spending some time together, and I think you should know what to expect in tonight's onboarding. First, we're going to start with an introduction, get to know each other, and then you're going to get to know your coach, and then you're going to hear from some of our previous students from the previous edition. They're going to talk to us about what the study group was like for them and their experience, and from there, I'm going to talk about the program, talk about the modality, talk about the structure. And yes, let's not forget, I will also talk about the challenge, some of the things that you should expect to struggle with when you join a study group like this. I mean, this is our third edition, right? So we have the way we do it. I've studied a lot of students that have been part of this program. I've seen how we struggle. I've seen how they've also pulled through. And I'm going to be talking about those things on this onboarding. And then we're going to have a section where we can ask questions, and then we will get to the end of tonight. And just so you know, I'm going to be onboarding you into the study group tonight. You're going to be getting into the study group. So you might want to stay to the end because it's at the end you get into the study group. All right. We're currently in the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is just for communication and updates and, conversation and questions. But the study group itself is the platform where you're going to get all your resources, all your quizzes, all your project, all your material, all the videos that you'll be watching per lessons, all there on the study group platform. So you want to stay to the end, and you also want to get a pen because my slide is just a screen. Trust me, it's just a screen. you definitely would have ideas while we're talking, while you're listening, and while you're being part of this onboarding session. It's going to be fantastic. I can promise you that. But you have to stay close to your mic because I'm going to be calling a number of us to speak or say something or, express yourself. I'm Timothy, and let's start with an introduction. Great. Yeah, let's start with an introduction. This is the formality we're going to follow to introduce ourselves. Okay. First, when you're called or when you pass the mic to someone, you're going to start by introducing yourself by your name. Then you're going to tell us what you do currently, if you're a student, if you're working as an accountant, or you're working as a data analyst currently, and you feel like, anything you're currently doing, you could also share that with us. And also tell us where you're joining us from so that we can, know how diverse this platform is and where every one of us got to hear about this program and initiative and decided to hop on it. So this is our formality for introduction. But then this is how we're going to do it. All right. To make it creative. Somebody's going to go first. And when you're done, you're going to call someone's name on the call. So you're going to have to check the call. Okay. 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 You're going to have to check the call and see the people on the call and then call someone's name. All right. So when you're done with your own introduction, you look at the call and call someone that have not introduced himself before. So that's how we're going to pass it. This is a study group. You remember when you were in school and you had like, preparing for exams, I had a study group, right? Exactly. That's what we're going to be having right here. But guess what? A study group for SQL. All right. So I'm going to talk more. I'm going to talk a lot. I'm going to talk about a lot of things. But for now, let's do the introduction. So I'm going to start myself. I'll introduce myself. But you know what? You're going to get to meet me while on this session because I have a session where I'm going to introduce myself so you can get to know the person that you'll be talking to almost every day and what this program, who you're going to be interacting with, who's going to be answering technical questions, having live sessions with us and all that. So you're going to get to meet me. All right. But then we're going to start with you. Blessing is going to go first because she opens the floor. All right. So this is the format you're going to go. Don't forget, after you're done with your introduction, call someone's name. All right. So your name is Blessing.
Anike.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Blessing, you can go ahead.
um, okay, my name is Blessing. I'm currently doing an internship. So I'm joining from Lagos. So Ade Buyi. I can't pronounce the name properly. Goodness.
Good evening. His name is Adebuyi. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
Great.
All right. My name is Grace. I'm a core member. I'm calling from Lagos.
And who are you passing the mic to? Because you have to pass the mic to someone.
Yes, I'm passing the mic to Tosin
Mm,
Adewale.
mm. Tosin, the mic is yours. Are you there? Oh, great. Yeah, Tosin, can you hear us? Tosin Adewale, are you there? Yes, we can hear you, but your voice is fainting. Do you want to speak up a bit or get close to the mic? Okay, yeah, we can manage.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me
Tosin,
now,
we
sir?
cannot hear you. Oh, good. Oh, God, this is perfect. Where have you been?
Okay,
We can hear you now. Go ahead. Thank you.
yeah. I said my name is Tosin Adewale, and currently here I work as a data analyst, and I'm joining from Lagos State.
Yeah, who are you passing the mic to, Tosin?
How do you say?
Who are you passing the mic to carry on the introduction
Okay,
after you have to pass the mic to
let me
someone.
check. Also, I'll be passing to Doras. I'm sorry if I didn't call it very well. Doras Kaguara.
Okay. All right, that's the mic is yours. Thank you, Tosin.
Yeah, pronunciation was okay. It was good. So I'm Doris. I'm a student, and I'm joining from Cardiff. Let me see who hasn't spoken. Emmanuel Okulu.
Yeah, Emmanuel Okulu. Okulu. Yeah, Emmanuel Okulu, the mic is yours. Thank you.
All right. Greetings to everyone in the house. My name is Okule Emmanuel. Um, joining from Lagos, Nigeria. I work currently as a sales operator, and I got to know about this study group from the Data Fellows community when I saw the pop up, and I decided to give it a go. Okay, that's about it.
Okay, so
I'm
pass the
passing
microphone.
on to
Thank you.
Chukwemeka Somto
Yeah,
Somto.
Chukwemeka too. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chukwemeka Somto Promise. I'm a core member and I also work as a systematic reviewer. Currently, I'm joining from Owerri. So I will passing the mic to Harmony. Harmony.
Thank you, Somto. Welcome. How many flies? Yes.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much, Emeka. My name is Harmony, and I'm a writer. I'm currently at Edo State Magazine. I heard about it from Saturday, and who have not spoken. Um, I'm sorry, I'm in church, so I'm not really.
Nah, no problem. Take your time. Take your time. Find someone that have not spoken,
Okay, as Jeremiah has spoken,
No, Jeremiah has not spoken.
Jeremiah.
Thank you, Harmony.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Amoni. Good evening, everyone. I'm Olalekon Jeremiah by name. I believe we can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
All right. I'm Olalekon Jeremiah by name. Um, currently residing in Lagos, Ogun State, anyhow they call it. And I work with a psychoeducational assessment company as a data analyst. Yeah. So I got to know about this from, I think it's a daily post of a friend and a colleague on LinkedIn. So I got to reach out to Sir Timothy about it, and he gave me detail on how it works. And I'm happy I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay,
Jerry.
so
Pass the mic to
I
someone. Yeah.
call on Blessing Ngoni. Yep, you have the mic now. If I'm correct, sorry if I'm not correct about the song.
I love this. Thank you, Jerry. Listen, you're next. Hell, spell that. Oh, blessing, Ngoni. Ngoni, are you there? Tayayi. Blessing, Tayayi, are you there? Okay. So the other blessing should go next. Blessing, yo, the floor is yours. Any of the blessings available or close to their mic? Blessings. Oh, finally, one blessing. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, my name is Blessing. Hey, um, I'm working in ultrasound center, and I'm joining from Abuja. I'm happy to be here with you people. Oh, I call on the next person. Who? Wait, who may that be? Aminu.
Oh, it's Amina. All right. Thank you, Blessing.
All right. Good evening.
Amin.
Thank you very much. Yeah, blessing. Thank you. Can you hear me clearly? Good
Yes, we
evening,
can hear
everyone.
you. Hi, good
Uh,
evening.
yeah. My name is Ismail Aminu. I'm actually calling from Lagos. I'm currently working with United Bank UBA BI branch, and I got this update from a group on WhatsApp. I think Data Fellow, and I'm so glad to be part of this community. Thank you. So I call on to uh, sorry, Josh. Yeah, I call on to Josh.
Thank you, Amina. Welcome.
Thank you. I mean, you're welcome.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Joshua, and I'm actually an FIU specialist. And I got information about this training session from a very good friend with high recommendations. And I'm joining from Vilnius, Lithuania. That being said, I
Great.
pass over the
Great.
baton to Soloben Latifa.
Sorry, you passed it to who?
Soloben Latifa. Am I
Oh,
correct?
Latifa. Okay, thank you. Latifa, the floor is yours. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Coach. My name is Latifa Soloben, and I'm joining from the UK. What else? What else? That's all about me for now. Thank you.
Yeah, Latifa. Why are you passing the mic to?
Passing the mic to who has not spoken? Babalola Smith.
Oh, good. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Latifa. Welcome.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My
Hi,
name
good
is
evening.
my name is Mobolari, and I am a recent graduate slash beginner data analyst, and I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria. I heard about the study group from Data Fellows Group. Yeah. So thank you.
Hi, welcome. Do you want to pass the mic to someone?
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Um, I will be passing the mic. Seems like everyone has spoken.
No, there's Dolapo, there is Esther, there
Okay,
is
I'll pass the mic to Esther.
uh okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Esther, the floor is yours. Yeah, Esther, you there with us? Esther. Okay, so I'm guessing Esther is not close to her mic. Do you want to okay, pass the mic to someone else? Esther is not close to her mic. Okay, Esther is in a very noisy place. Okay, Esther, in the chat, tell me someone you want me to call that will continue the introduction. Eh? And I will continue the person. I'll call on the person for you. Or do I have your permission to call someone? Do I have your permission to call someone? Or would you call someone and the person will carry on? Okay, to save us the time, I'll call on Kola Wale. Chief Kola Alpha. The floor is yours.
Hello, good evening. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, caller, we can hear you. Good evening.
All right, I actually wanted to confirm if it's my caller only or if we have
As
an.
you know, I do I mean.
All right, so good evening, everyone. I'm Kola Ole Ilisonu by name, and a data analyst. I'm a freelance data analyst. Um, I heard about the study group from my guy here, that's Mr. Timothy, and I said, let me come sharpen my skill. So that's it. So thank you very much. So grateful.
Yeah, caller, do you want to pass the mic to someone? So the
Yeah,
people that have not spoken, there is Okpeyemi, then there is I think there's Dolapo. Yeah, there's Okpeyemi, there's Dolapo.
so let,
There's yeah.
let's do Dolapo. Let's have Dolapo next.
Okay. Dolapo, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Dolapo, and I'm joining from Akure, Ondo State. I'm a student, and I just started exploring data analytics. I joined the group to sharpen my skills, of course. So I believe that was all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Dolapo, welcome. But before you go, pass the mic. Hey, pass the mic to someone else. I think one more person. Oh, there is one more person. Pass the mic to Okpeyemi. Yeah, I think Okpeyemi will be
All
our
right,
last.
so
We get to.
I'll pass the mic to Okoyemi now.
Thank you, Dalapo. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Opeyemi. I am a business consultant and I'm joining from Lagos. I'm here to sharpen my business analysis skills. Thank you.
Great. Awesome. Whew, that was a long one for everyone, but the beauty is we could pick 2 or 3 persons' name that we recall from the call, right? Because we're going to be spending a lot of time together. Some of us are going to be paired together as a team. Some of us are going to meet ourselves as a group project. So you might just want to save a name. All right, let's get into the heart of this study group. All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for creating the time and accepting to do this funny introduction with me. And it's a study group, right? So let's know more about this study group. Okay. So first, I'm sure that some of us here have actually had an experience with SQL. You probably have written SQL, or you probably have not, right? You probably have no idea about what the code look like, but you've been hearing about it. So if that's you, well, this platform is for you. Also, you probably have looked at a data set and wondered, where did I even start from to make sense of this data? Where do I start from to extract insights from this data? And sometimes it looks as if getting insights from data might not be as straight as we see on YouTube or on the video or something. Well, if that's you, then this platform is for you. Also, I'm expecting to hear from us, from some of us, right? You also know SQL. I mean, I know a number of us know SQL, all right, but you want to really understand how industry leverage on these skills to solve problems, how SQL is an integral part of today's organization, both, within and without, both locally and globally. Well, if that's also what you're curious about and you want to build a hands-on experience, this study group is for you. What I'm expecting is that by the end of this program, you will not just know SQL actually. You will start thinking SQL, right? You'll be able to see data base and data model and data structure by just looking at few things. So let's get into it. I'll be your coach, Timothy. My full name, Amifule Chukwemeka Timothy, but you can call me Timothy. All right. I'm a data professional and a coach. Right. My two strengths lies in data analytics and machine learning. And currently, I've been transitioning to quantum computing, and I'm currently taking a program, a professional program as a quantum machine learning engineer. So let's say I'm transitioning from data analytics to quantum machine learning. But then those are like the three things that excite me: data analytics, machine learning, quantum computing. One thing you should know is that I'm actually kind of person that would is patient enough to help build. If you have no idea about SQL and you want to build that skills from novice, no idea, to project level and be very confident in SQL, I think I'm your guy if that's what you're looking for, right? I'm someone that love excellence, right? I'm very detailed. Well, when you get into the class, you actually discover I'm very detailed, and I'm very diligent, right? If I start something, I like to finish it and see it through to the end. Except you give up. I don't think I easily give up on my own students or mentees or whoever I'm guiding. So except the person actually gives up. I think three things I always work with every day of my life is I work with people, right? I'm always working with numbers, and processes are something that I'm always like I'm always questioning the process of things. And I think that's what I've inspired this study group, right? Because I've always wondered, like, we have access to free resources, but yet it seems as if we're not getting it, or we're not hitting the nail on the head. Like, what's the problem? And I did some research and discovered that the study group model can actually be the way forward. And did it work? Yeah, it actually did work. Let's move away from that. That's my introduction, by the way, before we move away. But then I actually want you guys to meet some of my students. I'm really excited for these guys, right? We met from the previous study group. I mean, we did not know ourselves from Adam, but we met and we've been able to build some stuff with SQL. We've done projects, and we're correct. I mean, some of us have actually completed our project and some are still on the project. But I'm just going to be introducing three persons out of, from our previous students. So we're going to be listening to previous students from the previous, I mean, students from the previous edition. Sorry, students from the previous edition. The reason for wanting you to listen to them is because I want you to have a picture of what you're about to go into. This is not social media where I'm trying to market the study group. You're already in the study group. So I'm not marketing it. I'm just trying to help you know what to expect and how to position yourself. Right. If you're someone that hates to start something and not finish it, well, you want to listen to this, because this is like trying to know the end before even the beginning of that thing. So with joy and gladness in my heart, I would love to call on Esther. I know Esther is in a noisy place. Okay, maybe I'll come back to Esther. Esther, let me know if you're not, or you're no more in a noisy place. Maybe you're in a place that's quiet. Just give me a nod, and I will gladly reach out. All right. But then let's talk to Miriam. Hi, Miriam. Thank you for joining the call. How
Hi
you doing?
everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Please don't mind the background noise. That's my active baby girl doing her thing. So I'm Miriam,
Yeah, Miriam, what's
and
up?
I'm good. My coach that we are tied together for life. Yeah, so that's my coach. So we didn't know ourselves from Adam, but I'm glad. I'm glad I actually joined the group. When I joined, it wasn't as if I had the plan. Someone just actually sent me the link. My best friend actually sent me the link that night. And she said, just join. And I must say that's the best decision I've ever made concerning my career journey in data analysis. Yes, I've had prior training, but for real, this story, it's see, I'm not trying to make mouths, but for my, I'm speaking for myself, and I'm sure you guys will experience it over the next 2 months. We started November, yes, if I'm not forgetting November,
Yeah,
and
November.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think we're rounding up now. Yeah,
yeah.
was still working on my last project, although I'm almost done, but it's such a great one. So let me just start. My main aim of joining was because I needed structure. I also needed to strengthen my knowledge because I had prior knowledge, not that deep, but at least I'm not on a basic level. Yes, I would say intermediary, but with the study group, I was able to achieve a lot. I actually worked with other guys in my study group where we actually worked on projects together. we had the opportunities of presenting the project with guys that are already in the field, like working in data analytics field already, where they had to like give us some scores after presenting, like, presenting with guys that already know their ways in this field. But like they had to like score us based on presentation, questions that we were not even expecting. They were just throwing it back to back. And now at some point you'll feel like, me, I'm just starting. Why are these guys not even taking it easy with us? So they were just there to let us know that no, we are here for real business. And the whole thing was actually good. At least it was a learning phase for us to the whole presentation thing. And it was, for myself, it was such an eye-opening experience for me. In general, the study group being here is such a great decision you will be making for real. It's going to be structure. Coach will push you. Like, it's actually, I know it's up to yourself. If you're willing to do this, I would advise over the next 2 months, please plan yourself. Just, some of us are working and it might be very difficult to meet up with some tasks, but please, if you're working, plan some time, be committed to this project thing, because if you're not committed, you would not enjoy the journey. I know we all have aims of joining this group, and please just stick to it. Don't let any distraction come your way. You really need to be committed. Coach will actually push you, but it's still up to yourself. You like just try to have that end picture. Like, from now, just what do you want to end up with in the next 2 months? Just ask yourself and picture it that way, so you would have that zeal to keep going. For me, I had a lot of distraction, but I still know. I was just like, no, I had my intention of joining this group. I'll never give up. I was still pushing. Coach understand why he's laughing. He knows. I know my voice will be ringing in his head sometimes in the midnight. I will drop him voice notes.
Oh my gosh.
Coach, I'm stuck. Please help me. And that's because I don't want to give up. The project is a different thing, learning the technical side, and it's a different thing having structure in place, like you dealing with real data.
Yeah.
Having someone to guide you on how you can actually manage the whole thing. So it's not just you having to, I know SQL. No, how can you apply it? How can you think like a data analyst? So they are two different things. Like, there are a lot of things to learn, but this is just few. And another thing I just want to, I will just summarize this last point. This is trying to put yourself out, and that's one part where I think I am behind. Yes, I'm not consistent with posting myself on LinkedIn. Which area I'm still on the I'm still going to be in the study group, and over the next 2 weeks I would actually just summarize my whole experience and put it on LinkedIn. But please don't be like Miriam. Like, post on I don't know how coach will be pushing out your the project or your day-to-day activities, but please just try to put yourself out, if possible every day, or maybe two to three times in a week. Just try to put yourself there on LinkedIn. Tell the people what you're doing, because that's one thing. If you start applying for a job, I don't know your aim, but my own aim was to get a job, and I'm very sure I will get one very soon.
Yeah,
I'm very sure, by the grace of God. So please just try to put yourself there. That's just a summary, please. The study group is actually is a big deal, because I swear. Even the money, voila, even the money. I'm sorry to start using this word that I'm using, but it's just how, I don't know. It's actually a very good decision, and I know you will get value. What I'm even talking about, value care. You guys paid, I don't know how much you pay, but the money is small compared to some money that you go and be paying for trainings, 150 something, 150,000, 250,000. But this one, don't let me talk too much. The next 2 months, you'll see the whole deal. I wish you guys best of luck, but we are still together, Sha, because me too, I'm still in the study group. I still want to continue building myself. But I wish you guys best of luck.
Hey, Miriam. Yeah, I've cast me finish. Okay, so thank you, Miriam. Thank you so much for being honest. That was actually a very honest feedback, right? Because This is something that you need. You might not know it now. You might not really see the value, but I can bet you that if you actually stay committed to yourself, or not even the program, yourself, you will get better at it. Okay, let me talk to Esther, right? Miriam, thank you so much. I have Esther on the call too. So I want us, Esther, to talk about our own experience, because I know that myself and Esther, we've gone a long way too. And I'm feeling like, nah, I need to hear from Esther. Esther, honest opinion. Can you hear me? Esther, hey there. I think I'm also expecting Isaac. I'm just gonna take three other students.
Hey,
Okay, good. Esther. Hi, Esther. What's up?
nothing much.
Okay. So Esther, the floor is yours. Just give us a honest feedback about the story good for you, and what would you advise us to put in place now so that we can get the best here?
So I'll try to be brief as much as possible because I'm trying to work home.
Oh, okay.
But then, regarding the study group, I would say that I never regretted.
Oh.
If I get again, I will still register for it again. But now, I have not really planned myself well and I can't re-register. But so far, the study group has been so helpful. I guess the coach himself made the whole experience exceptional. And having a teammate like Mariam, because at some point we had to work together on a project, she also made the whole thing easier. She also made the whole thing quite easy for me. So, and the coach on his own end is someone that no matter how the problem is, just reach out. He will always ask. When he asks, reply. Even if he doesn't ask, enter that his DM, send him message. He will definitely reply you. So,
Jesus.
and honestly, this has
That's
been like it's different from most of the trainings I've ever um registered for. It's different, and I guess the name made it different. Study group. That's why we study together. And going to, I see if they tell me that Esther, you will get to do a project using SQL, I'll say it's a lie. Not just that, there's this my project again. I had to use Excel to do data cleaning. For someone that isn't used to Excel, the last time I used Excel before the study group was in secondary school where they are teaching you how to use Excel in computer science.
Jesus. That's far. That's long. That's long time ago. Jesus.
So I actually reached out to him. I was like, I don't know how to do this data cleaning stuff. I know my column, I know my role. He at some point he was telling me that I'm not serious about me not knowing how to use Excel. I told him I'm very serious. And he guided me through. He even recommended videos that I will watch and get the nitty-gritty, which I did. And honestly, I will give it to him. He can take his flowers. Coach, please take your flowers. You deserve it. So if it is something that you will put in place or the study group like the team should put in place,
Yeah.
I think I don't know, but let me just I really don't know because he did everything for us. But then I feel like accountability when the coach send out a pool or ask if you are done with your project, always reply because your reply determines how he is going to follow up.
Yeah.
But if you don't reply, you don't expect him to know what's in your head.
That's true.
Yes, so always reply. You see that pool? Vote.
See that fool.
Even if people are saying that they are all done and you are not done, say no, you are not done. Don't look like, okay, I don't want to put people behind. Eh. That's
Yes,
not how they do things. You will only waste your own time and end up regretting at the end of the day and you not achieve anything. So that's all I have to say.
oh, Esther, thank you. Thank you so much. That's actually very true. If you don't let me know that you're struggling, I'm not going to know that you're struggling, right? Because there are people in this study group, they already know it, but you're going to hear from somebody like that, yeah. Isaac, Alpha, how you doing?
Very fine. I hope today my voice is audible enough.
Yeah, we can hear you
Yeah.
actually. Isaac, the floor is yours.
All right. My name is Isaac, and I want to welcome you all to the study group.
Yes, yeah.
So, it has been great, seriously, because usually, the kind of should I call it online online courses I've done is always tutor to students, nothing like peer to peer, nothing like student to tutor. There's no feedback, sha. You just do it and submit, do it and submit, do it and submit. Nobody really cares if you are doing well. Nobody cares about your progress. Your progress, you look at it by yourself. You'll be the one to determine if you are going forward or you should stay back. But here, I promise you that everybody is going to look forward. Well,
Yeah.
if not everybody, most guys here, we always try to help you, and coach is always ready to help all students at all time. It's just that some of us just like staying till the end of the project before we now communicate our problems to him. And
Exactly.
another thing I want to tell you is that not that we are all saying that coach is a very good person. You now come and stress the man. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But don't stress him, I beg. Don't stress him, I beg. So I just want to share some of the things that have helped me, because so far I have not had any problem. I've not really been a good student. I've not been going through all the materials, but I've just been trying to make sure that I do all the exercises and write all my codes, do all the things that coach asked me to do. I've not been able to go through all the lessons that he shared. So that's the only thing I felt that I've not really done well. So I know that a lot of us here are into so many things. The same here also. In fact, being a student, as it has always been very hard for me, because I'm also engaged in so many stuff. So I have to create time at any point in time we are given work to do or tasks to do. I always create time to make sure I do them. So make sure you create time for yourself, and don't think you are a computer that maybe when you have today's to the stuff, you can just parallelly do it at once. So you can just, like they have said, you can break your plan yourself and break the tasks into smaller chunks, be able to do them sequentially and make sure you finish it. And I'm very sure that some of you did not just join this for joining sake. You have a reason why you join it. And the only advice I can give you right now is that you should finish what you started. You know that when you get to where things are getting hard, you say, this is not for me. Just end it like that. Make sure you finish what you started. Or it's just better to stop now, since we have not started anything yet. I don't know if you have started anything yet, but I'm not advising you to stop, because this is a very good place to start learning your SQL and build projects. So on coding, I know that a lot of us here are very familiar with AI. Same here. I do most of my assignments with AI. Was not not I mean, it's good though. So I just want to tell us that please don't allow AI to be the one that does all the things for you. Just try to be human, because I believe you are more intelligent than AI sometimes, even when the things are very hard. That's why we have to do them from when we are given the tasks to do, so that we'll be able to finish. So just be there to do the work. Make yourself be able to think, because this is a programming language. This is not Excel. So you in fact, even though even if you are using Excel as a data analyst, you are to ask your questions and be able to answer them. So that's basically what you are going to do. You are going to be running a lot of queries, and you are going to be given a lot of tasks. I just want you to be ready to be able to handle difficult ones and not run away from them when they are very hard, or push them to AI. So just handle the pressure. There's going to be a lot of pressure. Just handle it. Yes, just handle the pressure, and make sure
Yeah.
you help your mates, please.
True.
I had a lot of issues with my guys. I'll just be sending messages. They will not reply me. I felt
Try,
very bad. I
try.
felt I felt very bad because the first group I was, I when we had problem and come, they just answer at once. So my advice here is that you should be able to help others, especially when you're good at this SQL stuff and you know what you are doing. Just try to help other people because it is a study group, please. It's a study group. I'm very sure God is going to help you through this. And
Amen.
yeah, coach, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Isaac. Uh, you guys just made me remember our experience in that study group. Like the whole pressure is coming back to me. I don't think I've actually told you guys how I put those things on the study group, right? Coupled with how busy I am. But me too, I was going through the study group. I'm also going through the study group, and it's actually very fun. Thank you so much, Miriam. Thank you, Esther. And thank you so much, Isaac. Thank you for creating the time to do this. And you guys still have your own to finish, right? Today is actually the deadline for submitting your project. but then but then we have tomorrow, right? We have tomorrow. So hopefully by 11th of February we'll be able to do our project presentation. So yeah, you can go back to doing other things that you have planned for tonight. I didn't intentionally want to bring us out, I just needed to. And then you get to share your feedback. Thank you. Bye for now. Okay. Praise the Lord. Hello everyone, good evening. Hello, how are you? Now let's get back to business. Yeah, thank you, Isaac. Miriam, good night. So let's talk. What is this study group really about? You heard from them, and I wasn't marketing. Like I didn't take their feedback to market the study group. This is not social media where I'm collecting the videos and I want to get 100 people to join the. In fact, we limited the study group to just 30 persons. All right, 30 persons only because I can't take more than 30, and I don't want people to join and yeah, it's flooded. So that's the reason why the number is low. All right. But let's talk about the study group. What is this study group about? Now, what I need you to know is that this is not your normal online course where you can take a course and then feel like if there's a deadline, you're gonna get to it, or you're going to, finish the project the night before the next day. This is not the study group for that. This is not your regular course. Trust me. This study group is cohort based for 30 days. Now, if you listen to the voice note I sent when I was onboarding, when I was signing you up, I said that the 30 days is going to spread into 2 months. So it means that we're not in a hurry to finish. Instead, we're in a hurry to get the best out of this program. We're not in a hurry to finish, we're in a hurry to get the best, right? And that's why 2 days will be assigned to a day. So it means that 30 days is not 30 days like 1, 2, 3. No, it's 2 days per a day for the study group. All right. Second thing I need you to know is that this study group starts from the fundamentals. All right. We start by building the fundamentals. So if you feel your fundamental is not good, or you feel like you already know it, but don't at the same time, I know some people already feel like they know the basic, but don't be so confident that you would not allow yourself brush through that fundamental. All right, even as little as select statement, you'll be surprised. There are quizzes, there are exercises that you're going to be doing, there are hands-on file that I'm going to be sending to you for you to do, because this edition is improved than the previous edition. The guys that you heard from, they don't even know the plans that I have for you guys. If they know, they will want to, sign up for this, but they don't know. So this program is enhanced. What do I mean? Now, what I'm adding to the program is that after 5 days, I'm going to send you a file where all the things you've learned in 5 days, you're going to apply it to do something that would require you to, you know, combine 5 days knowledge together as one. Then after 10 days, you're going to have a project. All right. So your project is 10 days and your hands-on are 5 days. I'll say that again. Program projects, 5 days. I mean, hands-on are 5 days, project are 10 days. And each project takes you 2 weeks. So you have just 2 weeks to do your project. 2 weeks. If 2 weeks exceed, forget it. You are losing out on that project. You can do it personally on your own, but I would not supervise that project. I would not show up in any meeting for the project. So it means you have to be very serious with yourself. All right. Also, this program is designed to help you stay consistent and accountable to someone, accountable to me, your coach, and accountable to your team members. All right. So you want to, like Abraham Lincoln said, if I had 30 minutes to clear the grass, I will use 20 minutes to sharpen my cutlass, right? So you want to start now to sharpen your cutlass. Start now to prepare your mind, what you're going to experience, all right? And there's a lot of projects. And the project in this community is industry based, all right? It's not, we're not just running project up and down. No, no, no. We've designed it to be industry based, meaning that when you're split into a team, your team is focused on a particular industry: healthcare, e-commerce, finance, academics, IT, production, and manufacturing. Like, you are in unique industry. And then when you now present your project, you're presenting it to industry leaders in that industry that you did a project, right? So I have a lot of guys in my network, and I bring them to the community so that they can judge your project. And that's what Miriam was talking about when she talked about these guys came and they judged their project and gave them score. Of course, it's the people in the industry that can really tell you whether you're saying you're making sense or you're not making sense. A lot of data guys are so confident in their dashboard and in their report that they miss the ability to communicate their skills to industry leaders. And that's what we're hoping to do in this study group. All right. So this is not your regular course. Trust me, this is not your regular course. Now, very important, four things make this community stand out. One is there's an active learning. Every day you have a lesson to cover. So that means 2 days, within 2 days, that's within 48 hours, you have a lesson to cover. Each lesson has a quiz. You have to do that quiz before the 12 midnight of the 48 hours. If you can't do the quiz before the 48 hours of the next day, within the 48 hours, the quiz will close, meaning you will take it, but your score will not be recorded. So when the final grading is coming out, you're saying that your score is low, and you're asking yourself, I've been taking all the quiz. Sorry, you'll be taking all the quiz after the late hour. So you want to be consistent. It's an active place to learn. There's a lot of application knowledge here, a lot of application knowledge. We have a community that supports you. I'm there, your colleagues are here. I mean, you will see people challenge you. You will even be like, it's not this thing I'm struggling with, that this person has finished. What's going on? And that will challenge you. All right. Now, moving away from that, why should you even care? Why should you care about SQL? For those of us that are new to SQL, well, one thing I'll tell you is that, you know, every database, every organization, every business, they are breathing on SQL. All right. Whether as long as the company is structured and they have a digital way to manage their data, they are breathing on SQL. And your ability to know how to use SQL to do a lot of things is very important. All right. Most times when you go for job interviews, they might not interview you strongly on Excel or Power BI, but it's SQL. They want to know if you know what you're saying. Right. And in real cases, the knowledge of SQL will help you scale through industry problem. Like, if you sit with the organization and you work with them, you discover that SQL is one thing that will help you. You might not be writing the query, but the fact that you understand how database work, you understand how query work, that thinking will shape your behavior towards what you do. Currently, I've worked with different kinds of organization. I'm working for one company in the UK, and I remember one of the projects that I had to work with them on. I was using Excel. I struggled in that project, but the moment I transferred the project to SQL, it made a lot of sense. All right. So SQL is your guy. That's for those of us that are new to SQL. But let's keep that. Let's talk about what you'll be doing in the next 30 days. All right. Just to be sure that you can hear me clearly, you can use the reaction button just to be sure network is good wherever you're connecting from, right? Okay. So forgive the numbers. I know if you add 35 plus 28 plus 31 plus 47, you're not going to get 100%. But forgive the numbers. I know some people are already doing that mathematics. You guys that go to social media and want to destroy the person that posted, don't calculate that number. No matter what you do, just stay away. One thing you're going to be doing in the next 30 days is you're going to be doing daily learning and daily practice. All right. Like I said before, every time you have a lesson, there's going to be a practice file for every lesson, meaning as you learn, you practice. So, like Isaac was saying, he did not take all the lessons, but he practiced, right? And Isaac was also taking a course in quantum, what's this university? Quint Quant University, yes, Quant University, yeah, Quant University, right? Because I've taken their program. Isaac was also taking a course on Quant University, and SQL was a part of that project. It was this study group that exposed him to that part. And I just discovered that Isaac became someone that practiced more than even doing, like, he wasn't even like reading the note and watching the video. He was focusing on the practice. Now, this is what I do in the study group. I create two resources. I create a video resource and I create a document resource. Now, that document resource have data sets for you to practice, but you have to look closely when you get into that document. There's a data set in some link that if you click it to take you to a data set to practice with that document. So it means that if you can spend the time to learn, which is watch the videos and do the hands-on, the document in the course, you would really cover a lot of ground. Another thing that we do every Wednesday is that we have a call. We call it review call, right? This is the call that you're going to be doing every Wednesday, 8 o'clock West African time with me. This call is where I'm going to hear from us where we are struggling. This is the call I'm going to hear from us where we are doing well. This is the call where I'm going to hear from us questions that you have. If you want this thing to be added to the program, if you feel you cannot meet up with this, that's the call is where you talk to me about it. All right. So we call it review call, and it happens every Wednesday, 8 p.m. West African time. So you want to adjust your schedule or your calendar so that you don't miss out on it, because that's like one of the best things that you can get in the community. A call to like hear from other people too. Right? You hear people tell you how they are struggling, how they are figuring it out, and it's just exciting. That's why it's a study group. You have to find the time to come together. There's also paired learning, there's applied projects. I've talked about all that. At the end of the day, you're coming out 100%, like you're sound in the knowledge of SQL and you're practically good. Isaac was right. In program, I do not encourage us to use AI. All right. When you get into the onboarding, I have a documentation that I have written earlier this afternoon. I think I wrote I wrote a bit of a description for us. And I was in this study group, this edition, I'm going to limit the use of AI for us because I feel like, there's a lot of AI systems now that we should not bring into this learning. Take this learning as your training. No athlete becomes successful without a training. All of the players that we admire, their secret is training. Why is it now us that are data analysts that don't appreciate training? Training is your secret to actually cracking SQL. And I'm hoping that you will take that time to take this as a training. All right. Let's move away from that to look at the four phases of this program. In the first phase, you're starting with the fundamentals, basics. In the second phase, you're getting into calculations and manipulations. In the third phase, you're getting into joins, all the types of joins and how to create relationships and how to, model and create your different diagrammatic display of tables connecting together. And then in the fourth phase, you're talking about subquery, case, and you're bringing all these things together to build your project. All right. So these are like the four phases of the program. Let's talk about 5 things that you should keep in mind and what you're getting out of this program at the end. One is that you're coming out with a sound knowledge of SQL, right? You really will understand query. You will really understand how to think. Like Miriam was saying, the thinking, right? And I think Esther too said the same thing, that thinking, right? It's the thinking for me here. It's not the tools. I mean, ChatGPT can teach you how to write SQL, but the thinking is where we're missing. So one of the things you're going to get out of this program is the thinking. But don't forget, it's not what you're going to get out of the program, it's how you come into this program. It's how you communicate with me. When I ask questions and you're able to say, oh, coach, sorry, that thing you said, it sounded nice, but me, I do not understand, right? You have to know that you're here for yourself and you don't want to miss an opportunity like this because it will be hard to have a time like this with me to really break down SQL for you. I can tell you that, right? Most times it's something that you need. SQL is something that you need. Second thing, lots of hands-on sessions, right? This program has a lot of practicals. Like there's a lot of hands-on session, lots of it. All right. There's a certificate you're going to be going home with. The certificate is just to show that you actually gone through a study group in SQL and you have something to show for it. And you also have, a backing with an organization, you could always check in and say, oh, okay, I think I can easily, I can beat my chest and say I know SQL, and this was the study group that gave me that opportunity to build that skills. All right, so that's the certificate. Then there's a badge, right? The badge is a social media, a design, something that you can post on your social media to just, add it to your collection of stuff. Those of us that love to collect stuff on our posts, the badge will be a good one. Yeah, the badge. Yeah, and then your profile. Miriam talked about it, and I always talk about it in the program. Within the first 5 days, after your first 5 days, post what you've been learning. Now, one thing is LinkedIn is a place that people enjoy, or they engage with growth and progress, and even learning content. Like if you post something that you're learning and you're able to reflect yourself in that learning, you're gonna get more people attention. So LinkedIn's algorithm is based on you personalized growth posts. So you have to talk about your growth. You have to talk about things that help other people. All right. Advice that people can do when they are learning this thing based on your own experience. Yeah. So you want to keep that in mind. In this program, every 5 days, you're going to be posting on your LinkedIn of what you're learning, and you're going to share your LinkedIn to the group. Last edition, I was not strict about this. I left everyone to like do whatever they wanted to do. I just kept saying it, saying it, saying it. This time around, I'm meaning it, right? I'm going to mean it. I'm going to even create an assessment. There's an assessment for your LinkedIn. I know that LinkedIn sometimes might not look, something that you're comfortable with, but just do it for the culture. Don't get emotionally attached to LinkedIn. If you get emotionally attached to it, it will piss you off when you see other people doing stuff. Don't get emotion. Just go there, drop it. But make sure that you actually you've written a good thing and you leave it. Not just drop it and I'm out of it. No, no, no. All right. So being intentional about posting is good, but being emotionally detached is the best thing, so that you don't get, that feeling. You keep scrolling and keep scrolling and keep scrolling. Well, I'll leave you in the hand of that one. Now, in this platform, three things are very important that you should know. One is your classroom. So it's in the classroom, you're going to get all the lessons, you're going to get all the materials, and your quizzes, you're going to be taking those quizzes in the lesson. Then we have the WhatsApp group, which you're already in. The WhatsApp group is where I really want to get us to be more accountable, where you can ask questions and get updates. And then Google Meets. Most of our call, in fact, all of our call is going to be using this link. See this link? This link is good. This link is good. This link is the link you're going to be using to join all the classes and all the meetings, and all of our sessions going to happen on this link. All right. Now, I can promise you, I beat my chest. Not even for the money or anything. I can promise you that this one is not to say you're going to get the value for your money. I'm actually saying that if you attend this program and you take this study serious, right, and you share what you're learning and you practice, you're going to see a big transformation in your SQL skills in 30 days, right? And I can promise you that. I can actually promise you that. So you want to ask yourself, will you be committed? Will you show up every day in the study group? Some of us, I asked you, I think I've said it to some of us, please pin the group to your WhatsApp. You just 2 months, after 2 months, you can decide if you want to stay together or you want to leave the group. Just pin the group on your WhatsApp. Because if you don't pin it, you're going to come the next day and you'll see messages like people writing their complaint or feedback or messages that have dropped. And then you feel like, there's so many messages to read. So you want to pin the group so that you can always have this on your top of your list, right? Very important. So you also want to ask yourself, would you really be consistent? Can you promise yourself that you'll be consistent? All right. You have to make that promise to yourself. One of the ways you can be consistent is something called the commitment effect, right? I use it a lot. And I think some of my students, they use this too. What is the commitment effect? You reach out to me. Of course, I'm accessible. I'm very, very accessible. For some of you, you could even tell that I reply message as fast as anything, right? Even when I'm busy, I keep the priority. I mean, being busy is a function of priority, right? So I keep you guys as my priority. Study group is a priority to me. Yeah, I know it does not look like it, but it look like a small thing, but trust me, it's not a small thing. It's the growth that you guys will get here that gives me the joy and inspires me to keep doing the thing. So one of the ways you can be consistent is come to my DM, say, Coach, this is what I'm going to do. Within 48 hours, I must practice SQL and send you the screenshots of my SQL. If you don't see my practice in 48 hours, screenshot to Snap, remove me from the group. Like, you have to come, and if you really, really, really want to be committed, you have to. That's called commitment effects. All right, that's called commitment effect. You're saying that if I don't show up, coach, if I don't come to your DM and send you a screenshot of my SQL, remove me from the group. And trust me, with all joy and pleasure, I'm just joking, actually. I'm actually going to talk to you to know why, and then we'll come up with a way to help you. But then that's a way to stay committed. Another thing you should do is push yourself even when it's tough. All right. These are like the three things I'm telling you to keep in your mind. All right. It's going to be tough. Isaac was repeating that because Isaac saw a lot of shege, right? Because he was into data science and he was also, building his SQLs. So it was a tough one for him. And I know for some of us, we're busy, we're very busy, like we're very, very busy, committed in many things. But if you're going to get the best out of this group, you have to show up even when it's tough, even when your day is exhausting, even when nothing is making sense that whole day. Just show up. All right. And I promise you, I'll always be here to talk you through it. All right. So if your answer is yes to all the things you've said, then this study group is designed to actually help you through your journey. You're going to be very confident at the end of this journey. I can tell you. All right. So if you're someone that is busy, just use the commitment effect. Tell me, my dear coach, if you don't see me in 48 hours, remove me from the group. All right. Okay, so that's all about your onboarding. This is all. I like to hear questions from us. What do you have in mind? What are the things you want to know? What are the things you want to tell me that I could take into consideration now? Because the moment we hit this train moving, my brethren, there's no going back to 2 months. Some of us will drop in this program. I can tell you, some of us will leave this program. I can bet it, because we would not be able to stay true. Not because we don't want to, but because there's so many things that is going on. So you want to try the commitment effect with me. All right. Because you know that if you don't do it, you're going to be removed. And before you join back, I'll give you my terms and conditions. So you want to be committed. All right. So I like to hear from us. Question. Anything that you want to, ask, please feel free to ask. This is a study group. You're going to be here for 2 months. You want to ask question, trust me. Josh, what's up? Yeah, Josh, the floor is yours. You can go ahead and ask your question, and then Harmony, you can go next.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Coach, for all the explanation and everything. I mean, from the look of things, it shows that you're definitely going to have sleepless nights from my hand. But just a quick one with my question. I was wondering if do we need some kind of background in Excel to be able to catch up with the course or follow up very well, or it doesn't really matter for those who don't have background in Excel?
Okay, that's true. That's true. So talking about Excel and its connection to SQL. Now, what I would say is, if you have a knowledge of Excel, that's a plus. If you don't have a background, if your background in Excel is not good, you don't have to worry. All right. When we get to that point, or when we get to that part where the project will require that, I would find a way to help you learn it. I could recommend you a video. I mean, I do that. I'll recommend you the best videos I feel that will give you exactly what you need to learn in Excel for that project. So you won't need to learn so many things. I feel like limit learning many things and focus on practice, right? Even when you get into the SQL and you see the interface, or for those of us that are new to it, don't try to learn many things. Focus more on practice, because the practice will stick more. So what I'll say is, when we get to the Excel part and you have no idea on Excel, or you feel like you don't have enough Excel to do that project, I will recommend the right video to learn to move forward, so you can get past that part with Excel. But this is not connected to Excel. All right. So they are both separate. But the project sometimes will require that you're able to, explore the data in Excel. And then when you now get to SQL, then do all the building. And yeah. So that's what I would say for that. Thank you, Joshua. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your
Another.
response.
Okay. Do you have another question, Joshua, before I move to someone else?
Uh, Not really for now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Harmony. Hi. What's up? How you doing?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Hola.
I'm fine. I'm okay. Okay. My question goes to I don't I don't know if we are all familiar with this SQL, like even if it's a bit, but I'm not really I don't know anything about it. So I'm still ask, is does it have a full meaning? The SQL, does it like have a full meaning? Like
Okay.
study questions,
No, no, no,
something,
don't murder us.
something.
Don't do that. Don't murder us here. Some of us might not be happy going to bed with the thought of SQL and study. Anyway, I'm joking. Yeah, SQL has a full name, right? The S is structured, Q is query, then L is a language. So it's a structured query language. Yeah, it's a structured query language.
All
That's the full
right.
name. That's the full name.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, Harmony. So let me give us a little tip. Now, Harmony has said something that reminded me what I'm hoping to say or I was going to do. Now, for those of us that have no knowledge of SQL, right, and you feel like the class is going to the classes will be fast. You know what I will ask you to do? I will ask you to always reach out to me on my DM, right? Don't feel like this is where you should be like completely open. Don't form that you how will it sound like? I like Harmony for Harmony. Harmony can ask me question for the lowest of all idea. She don't like that's the thing I like. I think I'm not the kind of person that you cannot talk to. Nah. I think I've gone past that level. Right. You can easily talk to me about the silliest thing. So please, if SQL is like titipapa, nothing is in your head about this thing. Well, you could enter my DM and say, Coach, I was watching this video that you added to the course and the file. I do not understand shishi. I would ask us to be on a call and I will have a call with you and I will explain it. So what I'm saying is don't go into day 2 of the lesson without completely understanding day 1, because the one of the courses starts with database. We'll be starting with database in the course. All right, we're starting with database. So you want to ask questions about each day before you move to the next. So while you're learning, while you're watching the video, while you're taking the practice, just be noting down your question. All right, our advice you be noting down your questions. When you're done, just carry that notes and then pour it on my DM. I will, if the questions are much, I'll create a time. We could have a call early in the morning, late in the night, but let it be that you've gotten that day before the next day lesson is open. That's why I remember what Isaac was saying. Don't feel like you're Jack. You can handle the deadline is tomorrow. I will do that same tomorrow. Trust me, when you start it, you'll be doing it for doing sake and not for learning sake. Don't put yourself in not under so much pressure. What you can do is schedule your learning, all right? And while you're learning and you feel like you don't understand this thing, just reach out. Of course, I'm going to be in the group every day doing polls. I mean, I'm always doing polls most times. Okay, I just want to know who I'm. And you know the funny thing, when I do this polls, I look at people that engage in it and I try to know, I note them in my head, all right? So when I do the polls, I look at everyone that engages and I note your name or your profile picture in my head. So in my head, I'm categorizing everybody so I know how to help you. All right. I really want to help you, but you have to come. I really want to help us in the study group, but you have to come to the study group open for me to help. All right. And I promise you that no question that you bring to me will be left unattended. So, and please, if you have idea of SQL, help other people too. All right. When you see their message on the group, don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. All right. You don't know the kind of people that are here and you don't know how these things work. Like I've met a lot of people by just creating platforms like this. And trust me, it's going to be a very good one when you're there to help others. It makes it easy for people to know who you are, connect with you better, and That's all life is, it's not all about your network, and you don't know, you might just build a good network here. So please try as much as to help others if you know what's going on. All right, if you know what's going on, help others. Okay, Emmanuel, thank you. I was waiting for one person to raise their hand. Thank you. Emmanuel, go ahead, ask your question. What's up?
Okay, so good study once again. I just want to know the editor we'll be using for this SQL. Is this something we're going to have to install on our own, or you put us through on the installation?
Good. All right. Yes. So there's a part of the lesson that has to do with the installation. All right. There's a part of the lesson that deals with the installation. And if you try to watch the video, you don't understand it, you can actually reach out. And also, when we meet on Wednesdays, if you feel like you tried the video, it didn't work, and you don't want to reach out, on the call on Wednesday, I will also guide us on how to do installation. But if you already have installations on your system already, we are not strictly using any platform. We are open to using anyone you're comfortable with. But because of a universal, because we're trying to unify our learning, if you have not installed any, we're going to be working with MySQL. How many of us saw the video I sent about MySQL? How many of us saw the video? Right. So I intentionally went to find that video and I saved the video and I shared it with us because I want you to understand that environment, because that's the environment we are going to be using for those that have not installed any editor on their PC. All right. But if you already have something, you have Postgres, you have Microsoft Server, you have Cassandra, you have Oracle, and you already know how those ones work. Say God help us. You already know how that one works, then fine. Go ahead and flex it. All right. One more question. This meeting is actually 1 hour, 30 minutes. All right. I started at 8 o'clock. This is 8:25. So we have like 5 minutes. I'm gonna borrow 10 minutes extra because I want to walk us through the onboarding. All right. So one more question. In fact, not one more. I need more questions, guys. Ask me, ask me questions. Any question for me. Any question for me. Any question from me. And if you don't have, then that's fine. That's fine. Let's move on. While you're coming up with your question, I'll be close by to answer. Now, let's start with your first task. Let's start with your first task. I did a poll earlier today, and I wanted to know how many of us are familiar with Google Classroom, right? I wanted to know how many of us are familiar with Google Classroom. And I noticed that some people did not engage in that poll, even when they read it. And that's what I'm talking about. Naturally, you not engaging in a pool is you're already like deciding to not see the end of this program. I'm telling you, because those polls, they are used to know how each of us are intentionally growing. So when I don't, in fact, I wish you could hear from all the students, but then I just had to bring just 3 persons. I go into your DM and I ask you, Alpha, I've not seen you any action on this study group. Am I allowed to remove you? Because I don't like seeing dormant students in my class. Like, please be going. So please engage in the polls. The poll they are data driven. I'm not using the poll to do share. I'm using it to make decision on how to help you. All right. I have a very tight schedule. So I create time based on these things. I make decisions and say, okay, I'm going to help this person. I'm going to reach out to this person. I saw that this person said 1, the person chose 0. I'll reach out to this person and help. So if you don't engage in those polls, I don't know where you are. I will assume you're doing well. All right. And I'll call you boss. I'll call you chief. I'll call you my other. But you have to come straight. I don't want to whine anybody. Yeah. Oh, see. I don't want to whine you. You don't understand it. Bring yourself. Learn it. Be going. Nobody's going to care whether you learn it in the moon or you learn it in heaven. Nobody cares. What everybody cares if you can solve the problem and if you can get the job done. So use this opportunity to learn. So let's get into Google Classroom. Yeah. I know there are questions. I know there are questions. So I'm just going to take them. Why you could put the question in the comments. All right. You could put the question in the comment. Let me walk you through the classroom. And I'm going to share the link to the classroom so that we can join right now, like right here. Right here. So this is your classroom, which is SQL study group. Let me share the link to us so that we can get into it. Okay, so for those of us that are new to SQL, those of us that are new to Google Classroom. Yeah, those of us that are new to Google Classroom. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to recommend a YouTube video. After the session, I'll recommend a YouTube video on the WhatsApp group. So you can watch that video and understand the interface. All right. So that you know where to go and how to get the materials and resource. But then this is the link to join. Okay. I am going to be sharing the link right now, copying the link, and I'm going to put the link in the chat for this call. Right. Is it a call or just another call to it? Okay, so I think is this. I'm actually on this call. Timothy, are you on this call? So you're having a blank screen. Anyways, so why that is coming up, let me walk you through the classroom. Now, when you come on Google Classroom, this is the editor, this is the admin view. You're going to find classroom, you're going to find stream, and you're going to find Anyways, I'm joining back the call. I tried to call 1 to 5 to 0. This file is not supporting my motion. Okay, so what I just wanted to do was to share the link for those of us that are already familiar with Google Classroom. And for those of us that do not know, there's going to be a video. Let me make the meeting short. Our time is already up, and I actually respect time a lot. I respect time a lot. So I'm just going to send a video instead. So please, there's going to be a video, and the video is what you're going to use to learn about the platform so that you can easily pause the video, rewatch it again. All right. Unlike this one now that I'm doing Jomo. Yeah. All right. So let me share back my screen so you can see me post the link. Yeah, because moving forward, this is the classroom that all the materials you're going to be exploring with will be posted. Right. The classroom is currently empty, like there's nothing there because I'm creating a new platform for us, right? It's a new platform for us, and we would be starting afresh from day one to day 30. Somebody asked me, Timothy, will we still have the old material? Nah, the material you're having is going to be different, don't worry. But there's no much different actually because I just added new things to this edition. So there's not so much difference. I'm trying to post the link to the call on the chat, on the call. So those of us that are here could easily just get in. All right, so let's have it in 3, 2, 1. All right. So you could check the call. Yeah, you will see a link. This link is supposed to have been sent by now. Is it the recording that is making my system struggle? Okay, God, I beg. All right, so I've actually sent the link. That's the link to join the classroom. If you come on the classroom, you are going to find your first lesson. See, the lesson has not been activated. Oh, yeah, let me activate it. Let me activate it. It's under your body. Let me post it. Okay, so for those of us joining, yeah, your onboarding. So just read the notes. Always try to read the notes. And then when you watch a particular lesson or when you read a particular topic, all right, try to leave a comment. All right. The comment allows me to know how you felt after you've taken that particular lesson. All right. So try as much as to leave a comment, try as much as to leave a feedback so I can use that to know how you felt when you took that particular lesson. All right. Then regarding to your onboarding, the slide and the recording for this call will be added to the video, to the course, all right, to the resource, so that you can always go back to them and rewatch. Okay, so that is that for the onboarding. I'm going to send the onboarding link on WhatsApp as well. All right, I'm going to send it to WhatsApp. So those of us can also have access to the link. I can see Doras, I see Jerry, I see Akinwale. Yep. All right. So that's the platform where you're going to be getting all your resource. Onboarding is already there. Starting from tomorrow, your day one starts. Starting from tomorrow is your day one. So I'm going to start counting day one from tomorrow. Blessing is on the call. So Blessing, let's start counting our day one from tomorrow. We have 48 hours, which is tomorrow and next. And then that will be day one will be completed. So you have 48 hours to take day one lesson, watch the video, take the file, like the file practice. Of course, it's day one, so there's no practice on day one. It's just to watch the video and understand and ask questions if there are. And as well, work on the installation. Yeah. I think your installation is either on day one or day two. Yeah. So by day one or day two, you're going to be doing the installation. If you already have something that you're using, any of the editor, that's fine. That's fine. That's just fine. But if you don't have, just know that you're going to be working with my SQL. Thank you so much for making that decision to be here. I'm excited that you decided to do this, right? And this is where I'm going to be calling it an evening. I'm going back to my slides to show you the last thing. I think that's all. So when you join the classroom, watch the video, get to understand the environment. For those of us that would watch the video, come back to the classroom and use the video to explore, use the video to navigate through the Google Classroom. All right. And then, very important, every time you take a lesson on the Google Classroom, please leave a comment. Every lesson you take, leave a comment. If you're someone that will forget, oh, Latifa, if you're seeing the old one, there's a new one. The link I'm going to send the link again to the WhatsApp group. Don't worry. There's a new one. For those of us coming from the old one to the new one, there's a new one. All right. The new one has nothing, like it's empty. So the only thing you'll be seeing is onboarding. All right. So that will be it for now. Please set reminders. Don't call me and say, Timothy, I was almost submitting the deadline. And then the click now close. I am just going to do like I did not see your message. Let me tell you, I will ignore your message. I might reply the second one, but that first one, I will ignore it. All right. And if you're using a mobile device, like you're using a phone and want to query on your phone, I think you actually will need a system. Please don't use a phone actually, because of course, there are platforms that you can code SQL, but when we get to the project, you're going to be working with files, JSON file, database file, CSV file. So you will not be able to write on exactly. Okay, just for practice, right? All right, no problem. I will send 3 platforms that you can practice on. All right, but I still think you should install it. All right, I'll send the platform that you can practice query on, but then installing is priority for me. Okay, so set reminders and don't forget Wednesdays 8 p.m. West African time. So our friends joining from other time zones, thank you for staying to this time. I know it probably might not be a good hour for you, and appreciate you for staying. And if you feel like you want to talk to me, please come to my DM. Let's talk. All right, I'm actually very accessible, and trust me, you don't need to rehearse before you come to my DM. I'm also taking the course with you too. The only difference is I'm putting the course, all right, on the platform. Okay, so I guess that'll be it for now. I'm done here. I am so done right now. I am done. I am so done, and I'm out of this place. So guys, do have a lovely evening and create a good plan for the study group. Plan it. Plan it. Plan it. Plan it. I beg you, plan it. Because I would hate to not see us on the entirety of this program. I will hate to not see us on the entirety of this program. Thank you for joining, and all of the recording will be available. The slide, for those of you that love my slide, thank you. It took me 2 days to create the slide. Yeah, it took me and Blessing 2 days. But then the slide is going to be made available on the Google Classroom and the video as well. And any other thing that you need, please reach out to me. Welcome to SQL Study Group. I am your coach, Timothy, and I look forward to hearing from us. Good night, guys. Have a lovely evening, and thank you for the extra 7 minutes. Thank you for the extra 7 minutes. Bye, guys.
That's cool on the beat.